2b2t is unique in that it's a Minecraft server that allows hacking. Players are constantly looking for ways to have an advantage over their opponents. Despite the fact that hacks can be used, the admin, Housemaster, has anti-cheat plugins in place to try and keep things as vanilla as possible. Despite these plugins, players are constantly trying to find ways around these restrictions, and some very useful hacks are used daily by players. I've compiled a list of the most useful hacks to use on 2b2t. When I say useful, I mean hacks that any player can use on a normal basis that will give them a clear advantage over users that play without hacks. All of the hacks on this list work on 2b2t without any problems. Usually. For today's video, I'll be using Future Client as it's my client of choice, though Impact has similar features. You ready to see some hacks on the oldest anarchy server in Minecraft? Let's go. Our first useful hack on the list lets you be like your friend, the spider. Step is a hack that allows you to instantly climb walls higher than you'd normally be able to jump. You simply walk into a wall and you will be boosted to the top. This makes traveling near spawn and ruins far easier than it would be in vanilla. Be aware that if the wall is higher than 2 or 3 blocks, it might not be possible to climb. When exploring the infamous bedrock death pit at spawn, step hacks will make your journey a little less nerve-wracking. Step is a quick, easy hack that will make traveling on the server a little less tedious, and won't get you kicked by the anti-cheat. Blink is a very special hack that you will most likely only use when in a PvP encounter. Blink essentially allows you to teleport. But how does it work? Well, once activated, Blink sends a fake lag spike, or packet loss, to the server. While this packet loss is happening, the server will think you are standing still while in reality, you can still move. This gives you the opportunity to move around in the immediate area without giving the appearance of moving. Once Blink is deactivated, it will teleport you to wherever you were standing when you disabled it. To someone on the server, it will appear as though you pearled or teleported instantly. But be careful with this one. The longer you are in the blink state, the higher the chance of rubber banding or even worse, getting disconnected. It can be used to approach and appear in front of somebody suddenly in order to ambush them, or to throw off opponents that are chasing you. One last thing to note. While you are in the blink state, since the server thinks you are standing still, you might be vulnerable in your original spot while you are moving around silently. Overall, Blink is a tricky hack that can confuse less experienced players on the server. The Totem of Undying is perhaps one of the greatest Minecraft items ever created. It brings you back to life should you suffer a death. While using an auto totem hack, as long as you have multiple totems in your inventory, it will automatically put spares into your offhand so that you can continue to cheat death. It's quite common for players to carry anywhere from 10 to 20 totems on them at all times when traveling near spawn. Auto totem has saved my life countless times on the server, and it's a hack I have turned on 24/7. Just be aware that if your totems have custom names, it might interfere with this hack and be unable to put the totem in your offhand. Just something to be aware of. End crystals are the primary form of combat on 2b2t. End crystal explosions can make quick work of armor and totems. Originally, crystals had to be manually punched by hand, making it more challenging to use in combat. Auto crystal allows you to detonate a crystal the moment you place it. This increases the DPS drastically, and crystals will do considerably more damage. You can even adjust auto crystal to your liking based on whether you crystal more aggressively or defensively. Even if you are a mediocre crystal PvPer like me, having auto crystal will at least give you a fighting chance if things go south. FREECAM is a classic Minecraft hack, and is all the more useful on 2b2t. It allows you to move the camera around so you can gain a better view of your surroundings. It can travel through solid blocks, meaning that underground areas can be explored without actually delving down. FREECAM will also let you view things that are high up, saving you the time it would take to climb up. Having a bird's eye view of the surrounding area is always going to give you a tactical advantage. Just be careful. Much like Blink, you are vulnerable when you use it. Another classic hack, ESP, allows you to see the outlines of players, blocks, and items through walls. This makes finding secret underground bases far easier. Similar to FREECAM, having visual information will always be an advantage. Base hunters will never turn off this hack. I usually have this hack activated 24/7. Perhaps one of the best hacks for explorers and raiders, Search allows you to instantly identify anything in render distance that you are looking for. Here, I activate Search to try and find nether portal blocks. As you can see, a tracer will pop up so that way I can see exactly where they are. I mean, look at all of them. You can adjust a search hack to look for any specific block or item. If you travel to the nether, Search is an easy way to find hidden portals to bases, since portals don't usually show up with ESP hacks. Now, Search can also be useful for finding sky bases, since bases up at build limit are actually rarely found, especially far above oceans. I included two at once here because they are almost always used together. No weather prevents rain from being rendered at all, and full bright will put everything at 100% brightness, so you'll never be afraid of the dark. You will also never have to worry about crafting torches just to be able to see. NOSLOH not only prevents you from being slowed down, but it also allows you to continue to move while you have chests or your inventory open. This is a huge tactical advantage, especially when one is escaping from another player or managing items on the go. I have saved one of the most powerful hacks for last, but a hack that almost anyone can use. NEWCHUNKS is a hack that allows you to see if the chunk you are currently in has been previously loaded or not. If it has been loaded, you won't notice anything. But if the chunk is brand new and is being loaded by the server for the first time, you will notice a red grid pattern underneath bedrock. You can follow this grid pattern almost like a path to see the exact path that players have taken in the past. By using NEWCHUNKS, you can actually locate undiscovered bases, or even the old ruins of bases from long ago. Overall, if you're an explorer on 2b2t, NEWCHUNKS is a hack you will always want to be able to use. I have used this hack to find several bases, and I can tell you, it works. Almost a little bit too well. Now, I know what you're thinking. Fit, you didn't cover some of the most powerful hacks and exploits out there right now. What about the God exploit, or invisibility, or crashing somebody by swapping hands? Well, those hacks are highly situational and require a proper setup. I also chose not to talk about hacks that I have mentioned a lot and explained in the past, such as entity speed hacks, horse jump power, and classic on-foot speed hacks. The hacks in this list can be used anywhere, at any time. Perhaps you will find them useful. 2b2t is a dangerous place after all. Remember, at the end of the day though, you don't need hacks to survive on 2b2t. It just levels the playing field a little bit. If you choose not to use them, it won't stop others from doing so. Since Housemaster will occasionally change the anti-cheat plugins, certain hacks will become useless while others will become viable again. The best thing to do is to get on the server and try some of these hacks out for yourself and see what happens. Just try not to get disconnected. If you enjoyed today's video and are interested in more history about 2b2t, make sure to like and subscribe. Also make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, which are down below, so you can stay up to date on when new 2b2t content is arriving. That's it for today, everyone. Take it easy, And if you choose to play on 2b2t for yourself, just remember to stay alive out there, Fit Fam.